Hello, welcome back. Art of Cycling. I'm Greg Leach, and this is stage 4 of the women's Tour de France Femmes. Well, Tour de France Femmes would mean Tour de France of the women. This tour has bonus seconds. In the men's race, they were usually on top of a climb. For the women, they're just out somewhere on the course. It's been a large breakaway that started the day. Had 10 minutes at one point, but that is now dropping rather quickly as this woman here, Audrey Cordon, there's a third part of her name, Ragu, is the virtual yellow jersey, and I think that Lottie Kopecky and others have decided, no, we're not going to let that happen. So in the what 40 kilometers I've been able to watch the race today, that gap has dropped by 6 minutes. So Audrey here is sprinting for the bonus seconds that are on offer that seem to be just randomly placed on course. As she's sprinting against Cashel, I can't remember her last name at this moment. I painted her a couple times. She was in the polka dot jersey earlier and then transferred it over to her teammate who has it now. So the two are trying to sprint that out. Not quite sure why the Phoenix rider is doing that. Although they may be trying, they figure, I mean, it's a big group of to have 14 trying to work together, and I think that they like to use the word cohesion is starting to fall apart. So why not take this opportunity? Yes, we're sprinting for these seconds, but it could be sprinting to establish a smaller group off the front. This is often done at sprint points where everybody goes, oh, they're just going up the road to get the sprint, and then they'll just sit up and come on back to us, and off they go. I've seen that. That was actually the end of a breakaway in the men's race this year. This is a line of the police motorcycles. They will constantly be going up ahead of the race, helping to block traffic. In some cases over the years, they've had to go and deal with protesters. It hasn't happened. I really kind of expected that to be a problem this year with all the riots that have been going on in Paris, which seems to finally calm down. I thought sure somebody would take that to the tour, but nobody did this year. But so the police then have to, so they'll go ahead, block traffic, and of course while they're blocking traffic, they're doing that for the peloton to go by. So then they have to wait until everybody goes by, they release the traffic, and then form another convoy to get back up, go around the peloton, block traffic, over and over and over again. So, and they'll do it all in one big line just so, it'd be much more annoying to the peloton if they had to slide to the side for one motorcycle and then another and then another. So they'll come in a big group. Politely tapping their horns. So I was listening to one of the race cars coming through, trying to get through. And I swear they have a special horn. It was much kinder. Just a little beep 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 beep. It was a little sing-song horn, which would be, you know, a little less jarring to the riders. Of course, when I hear a car horn behind me, I can assume they're pissed off that I'm blocking their way. Oh my God. They're going to be 2 seconds later than they would have been if I hadn't been there. So Audrey now rides for human-powered health. This is the first time I've managed to capture one of their riders, so I've got to figure out the jersey here. It's cute that her sunglasses match her jersey. Sorry, I can't talk while I try to figure this out. There we go, that's starting to look like it. So it is interesting how much more color, more brilliant color is in the women's peloton than the men's. Even like the other day, I painted one of the banners, and it was, yeah, the race is called Tour de France Femmes avec Swift. And so there is, Swift uses this same orange and purple color combination, or orange and magenta. So the banners have that color rather than the much more sedate banners in the men's race. Not offering any reasoning for that, it's just a fact. No criticism. But I do like the higher color. Of course, the Jardin I'll wear blue. The Gendarmerie, I should say. Actually, speaking of blue, little patch of sky back here. Been really impressed with Phoenix Alpecin. They seem to be animating everything. Their leader, Julia Vandeveld, almost won the stage yesterday and did manage to take over the polka dot jersey. And their teammates behind were trying to slow the chase as best they could. what they call blocking. They get on the front and should just sort of slow the pace for a moment. You could see it in the time differences. The time would pop out, go out a bit whenever they hit the front, and then another team would get on the front and they would close back down, and back and forth, back and forth. It's almost enough to get their teammate to win. 200 meters, too few. Kind of heartbreaking. It's always that thing where you're rooting for the rider, the man or the woman who is so close and has been trying for so long to get the stage, and in the end is caught within sight of the line. It's always a bit of a heartbreak. But no gifts are given. I know earlier I talked about the whole retiring riders. Will they be given a chance to get out and show themselves on the stage, or even be given a stage? And I think it was Jans Voigt in his retirement, Jans Voigt, who said there are no gifts in the peloton. It's not quite true. We've seen it between teammates where one will let the other win the stage, or in some cases with Jumbo-Visma in the classics, let them win the classic, because you got to sort of either pay back teammates who've worked so hard for you by working for them, or letting them win a stage. Or build some goodwill. But Phoenix Alpecin has been racing as such a team. It's really been fun to watch. Because they have bounced these two different teammates. One teammate had the polka dot jersey, and then another took it over, but they're perfectly happy to pass that between themselves, and there doesn't seem to be any chagrin for that. Obviously, that's what you want and need from your team, is that kind of happy collaboration. It's I'll help you do what you do best, and you help me do what I do best. And at the end of the day, it's about the team. It is an individual winner in these races. That being said, they do have a team competition as well. But that individual doesn't win without the team. And if you have the team leader within your team, then you're winning, despite the fact that it's not you personally winning. Or at least it's the way the philosophy should be. That's definitely where the philosophy is in Phoenix. So just about finished with this piece. Gives me time to remind you that if you like what you see, to please subscribe. And of course, I'd love to hear what you think. Appreciate those of you, Tomask and others, who have left a comment. I do appreciate it. Before I go any further with this, well, actually I kind of have to keep this wet blend or I'll get a definitive line. But I just noticed that I haven't signed or titled this yet. There we go. That weird sound is the, I tend to put the paintbrush in my mouth. Not the bristle end, the other end. Although I do use my teeth to reshape the brush right now that it's clean and it's kind of flattened. If you twirl in your mouth, you get more of a point on it, and so it's ready to paint with again, and that will help you get the fine detail. So that's the piece. Remind you that all of the artwork can be seen and read about on my blog, theartofcycling.blogspot.com, and then there you'll find a direct link over to my website, gregleach.com, where you can purchase the piece, and hopefully you'll subscribe at the end of this. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, I see what I wanted to do. And let me know what you think of this painting or the Tour de France Femmes and women's cycling in general. There, forgot the rest of her shorts. Yep, there we go. That does it. Yep. All right, thank you all so much. And this is stage 4, so 4 more stages, therefore 4 more videos. See you tomorrow, I guess. Next time, tomorrow, whatever. Bye now.